Hey, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group. And hi, I'm Josh. I'm also an addict. Today is July 15th, and we'll be reading out of Touchstones. So, there's nothing you can say in answer to a complaint. To a compliment. Sorry, well, let's start this over. July 15th. There's nothing you can say in answer to a compliment. I've been complimented myself a great many times, and they always embarrass me. I always feel that they have not said enough. Mark Twain. Hearing the good words and praise of another person is harder for some of us to accept than criticism and abuse. Perhaps it is easier to receive what we are accustomed to, or maybe we feel a loss of control when someone compliments us. This is a time for us to begin accepting others' actions. We do not need to be in control of our relationships at all times. When friends offer sincere compliments, we do not need to push them away or brush them off. All we need to do is allow others' positive messages to come into us. In a good relationship, we listen to the feelings of our friends, and sometimes that means truly listening as they tell us their good feelings about us. Today, I will be open to the compliments that come my way without controlling them. That one is definitely always a challenge for me. Especially, I remember in early sobriety. So like if you were my friend, a member of the fellowship, or family, it was A, super awkward for me to receive compliments, and B, like in my head I was like, well, that doesn't really count because you're my friend, family, or member of the fellowship, so aren't you supposed to like say stuff like that? Now I've gotten better at compliments, but they still like make me feel awkward and weird. Like, there's nothing bad that someone could ever say to me that I haven't already said to myself, so it's just like water off a duck's back. Like, it doesn't bother me if someone wants to get into an argument or name call or something like that. Oh, excuse me. I need coffee and Red Bull because it's early in the morning, but I'm much easy. It's much easier for me to take like abuse because of what I put myself through. So mentally, like, I've said some terrible things to myself that there's really nothing that anybody could say, at least so far, that in any way would even compare. There's nothing that I can think of that someone could say that could compare to the stuff that I used to tell myself, and sometimes occasionally still tell myself. And I've gotten a lot better at accepting compliments, but if you're new to the program, I remember accepting compliments. I was like, this person's lying, or they're just being disingenuous, or they want something from me. And now that I have time, I realize that it's coming from a place of love. I know somebody in the program always says, what comes from the heart touches the heart. So when people hug me or dab me up because of COVID, they don't want to like hug and whatnot. It's one of those things where I'm much better at receiving compliments, but when they come from certain people in certain arenas of my life, they definitely make me feel weird or uncomfortable, or I don't understand why I'm getting a compliment, because I just feel like that's what you're supposed to do. So now I'm at a point in my sobriety where like doing the right thing just makes sense, but like we've normalized this whole idea of being self-centered or being famous or getting likes on TikTok and Snap and Instagram, and blowing up as like an individual and independent, that chivalry, it's not dead. you know, my parents raised a scholar and a gentleman, and I think there are a lot of people out there like that, and I've met tons of people like that at conventions and within various fellowships that I'm a member of. So in terms of receiving compliments, I've gotten a lot better at it contextually, depending on the situation. I've gotten better at it, but I remember early on it was not something that I was good at. It made me feel weird, and I didn't believe the people, and I also thought, well, you're really close to me, so isn't that kind of like what you're supposed to say? Like, not gaslighting me, but just like, I don't know, I just assumed like, okay, well, you're supposed to say that to me, so it doesn't really count, you know? It's kind of like your mom or something saying, oh yeah, you're a beautiful child or something. It's like, I mean, aren't you supposed to say that? Like, if you're a somewhat decent parent. I know not all of my friends in the fellowship were as fortunate as me to have really good parents, but that's the case. They've been my biggest supporters, cheerleaders, and fans, so I'm eternally grateful, and there's absolutely no way that I will ever be able to repay them, but at least by staying sober, I can have better relationships with them and be able to do stuff like golf and travel and go on walks and talk to them and have meals and go out and have fun sober. So that's always nice, because it's not about external things, it's about internal things and working on myself, and then also being able to receive the compliments from the people around me and internalize them and enjoy them and respect the people that are giving them to me, and keep going about my day. And you know, we all get 24 hours and we get to choose how to use them, and I try and make the best of my 24 hours and stay clean. So please subscribe to our channel and like our videos, but more importantly, comment in the comments section. If you're a newcomer, tell us how you're doing. I remember what it was like with post-acute withdrawal in those early days, and I was miserable. Like, I'll be completely honest. I was miserable. I was on like Vivitrol for like a year and Antabuse and all sorts of stuff. Like, it was a variety of things to prevent myself from use on top of meetings. Now I'm not on any of that stuff because I've had enough time, and I just hit meetings and read the literature. So again, I'm Josh of I'm the founder of the Accountability Group, and I'm also Josh, an addict.